Here we go.
Well, we're about to wrap up at the International Alchemy Conference. As you can see, things are being taken down, but there is a beautiful temple behind us. You can see the triangular yellow roof there, and I'm going to miss that. I meditated there earlier. My name is Monique, and I'm sitting here with the soul toucher of this earth. His name is Garrett James, and actually I've been waiting all day for one of your fabulous touching sessions. However, I think I'm going to give it to my friend Ellen, who is taping us, because she's been here even longer. But before we get to Ellen's massage soul touching experiment here, not an experiment for you because you have been performing this for years. How did you get involved with this, and how many years have you been performing this?
Well, I've been doing kind of healing hardcore for 20 years, since 1989, but I had my first healing in 1973. It was Christmas morning. I had poison oak. My face was swollen out to here. I couldn't see out of one eye, and it was like weeping and dripping. It was nasty. I just thought it was a sucky way to spend Christmas, and I just prayed it was gone. Like 5 minutes later, all gone. So that was my first healing, and then like an elder in the church would, he kept having dreams about me. He came up and told my mom I'd grow up to be a famous healer one day, heal people like Jesus. And yeah, 35 years later, I still haven't made the blind see. I'm such a slacker. But
well, as soon as you started talking about this, we have this drum person in the background, so something's going on here.
So when I was 19, I had a sort of a profound visionary at 1 minute experience. I won't get into all the details, but I was actually levitated on a cross of light. I could see the center of the earth. I heard all of creation singing in one voice to God. I've walked in heaven. I have some juice, and so I sort of ran away for a long time. Different relationships I was in, they didn't really want me touching other people. I was young and that did things. But then I sort of got reawakened. It was like 1989, and I realized I turned my back on a bunch of things I'd sort of seen. And I took Reiki and then a bunch of other energy, different healing things, and I probably use a smattering of some of that stuff, but I really don't have, the technique I use is my own. I actually do a lot of physical unwinding and unraveling of people. People's like flesh and bone just sort of like melt in my hand, and these waves come up and they push me, and it's not just even a physical thing, it's like I sweep them clean of like darkness and sadness
we all have,
and all their pain. I mean, I'm more amazed than anybody sometimes, but it's God shows up in spite of me. That's what I tell people, but I sure get in the way a lot. But
reading about you, you say that your process is sort of like an angelic.
Yeah, well, I think
shamanistic.
See, what I would describe it as, in shamanism, the indigenous kind of cultures, their energy is sort of earth-based, but they'll do things like extractions, which can be kind of like an exorcism. Soul retrievals like that, but usually, let's say the shaman wanders into your thing, or they lead you through some drumming process where you climb up a tree and power animals and stuff like that. Well, my energy seemed to be more coming from celestial things. In my experience when I was 19, so I walked in heaven, I actually talked to seraphim angels and stuff like that, and I just sort of have command to bring down those sort of powers. And then the funny thing is I hardly even know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. It's all intuitive. And it's like I don't get to see what's wrong with people. I'm not a medical intuitive. I'm not psychic. I'm just like a cosmic trash man. I just sweep people clean of their stuff. And I don't get to see it, so your secrets, your dark secrets are safe with you. Just people get up and they're just freed up of all kinds of things. Diseases, illnesses, injuries, often in a single 30-minute session, and like I said, the longer I do this work, the less I know what I'm doing, and the better it gets, So everybody else is they're always going, learning new techniques, and I've gone and I check out, whenever I hear about an amazing healer, I go check out their stuff, and if they're giving out attunements initially, I just pick them up. So like I have the frequencies of 40 or 50 different healing arts in my field, and I just sort of Christ align them so they're like a certain vibration for me. And so all that's sort of just available, but it's not like I sit there and go, well, I'm going to do this and this and this to somebody. I don't even do anything almost intentionally anymore. There's nothing about force with it. I simply pay attention to what I'm feeling. It's like I feel a universe in my fingertips, and all I know is it just creates magic. I mean, magic. And people feel love to the core of their being. They're just like restored. That's all I can say. People are just simply restored on multiple levels: physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual. I